close, I want to welcome Keith Lee Wilkinson to our program. She's the director of Just Desserts. Thanks for joining us.
We're very happy to be here.
Absolutely. So you have this murder mystery. Is it kind of a dark comedy too? It sounds kind of fun.
Well, it
sounds kind of fun.
Comedy. It takes place in the 1950s in small town Crothersville, where an annual bake-off is taking place.
Yes.
And appearing are the organizer, 3 finalists, and the judge of the contest. And then the bake-off becomes a crime scene.
Okay. Now, is this an original that you guys wrote up, or is this
no,
one you guys
it's not
revisiting?
original. Craig Sodaro wrote it.
Okay.
And what's really fun about it is that the audience is there not only as theater goers, but as the small town residents who are going to be called upon to help solve the murder.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that can be fun, but that could be like kind of, if you go to that knowing that you might be called upon, like, oh God.
Yeah. There's suspense, throughout. People tell lies, and it's a lot of laughter. We've got great actors. Don Vasco, and people may know these actors. Don Vasco, Robin LaValle, Lou Rennett, Sybil Woodhouse, and Deborah Klee. It's going to be a really fun evening.
Okay.
Really
now, when
fun.
you include audience members, is there kind of a little bit of a like, who knows where this is going to go kind of thing? Because they could say, I mean, there must be kind of a way you contain whatever they could say and not change the plot line.
Right. There's certain things, clues that we look for.
Okay.
That may or may not be in the audience.
Okay, so you're giving some folks some wild herrings and things like
that? Yes.
Okay. So the play's about, it's set in the 50s, and it's about a murder, and like, everybody is kind of a suspect. Is that one of those things like you're playing Clue and you're just kind of figuring it out as you go?
That's correct. Yeah. And it's, I think it's surprising.
So you guys have matinees now.
Yes, it's very exciting. We have evening performances. Just Desserts is Wednesday, April 22nd at Clubhouse 7. Doors open 6:30, shows at 7.
Okay.
Old Pros is very excited to announce that we are now offering matinees.
Okay.
Because a lot of people in the village prefer not to drive at night or want to reserve their evening for a cozy night in.
Right.
And because a number of people haven't been able to attend our performances because of the twilight hours, we've decided to offer afternoon shows, and we hope and think they'll be very popular.
That's really great. And the thing is, the funny thing I always thought when you had you guys on and other folks, sometimes it's just one performance of this play that you guys spend months working on just one time. It's like, oh, I wish I could have tried that again, or kind of thing. So it gives you an opportunity to kind of really stage it a few times, right?
Exactly. And also to reach a wider audience. So what we're going to do is we'll have an evening performance, and then the next week or the week after that, we'll have a matinee. And we're starting that with Just Desserts, which will be Thursday, May 7th. And
Thursday, May 7th is going to be the matinee performance, but the opening night, so to speak, is going to be Wednesday, April 22nd. So you'll have that time period to kind of make whatever adjustments you want to do and fine-tune it a little bit, so that's great.
We'll be able to adjust when people come off stage and go, oh my God, I forgot that line, or I messed up the blocking or whatever. But most of the people are professionals. That's why it's called the Old Pros.
Right.
And they just go. They just go with it. So it's very rare that the audience can see that anything went wrong.
Okay, well, there you go. The Old Pros. Now, you guys have raised the ticket price a little bit. What's going on there? Inflation's just kicking in?
Well, we offer the lowest prices, first of all, in the village. It's $5. And we've offered $5 tickets for over a decade. And this has always included free wine, and snacks.
Okay.
So we have finally decided to raise the price by $5, not going to break the bank.
Right.
And also I wanted to mention that, we're a nonprofit, and because our income only comes from tickets, we are now accepting sponsors.
There you go.
And Just Desserts is being sponsored by Laguna Premier Realty And
I was going to hope you say Polly's Pies, but never mind.
no, but you know what? We're going to hit Polly Pies. Thank you for that would have been great because it's a bake-off.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but we're very happy to have Laguna Premier Realty, very generous. So, and we're hoping that will help us, build our reserve and be able to have more sets and costumes and, yeah.
Now, when putting that together, let's talk about that. The behind the scenes that goes into building the sets, doing the blocking, getting the stage lighting, all of those things, it's a monumental task.
It is. And everybody works so hard. We have usually assistant director and stage managers, and so we have to find props, and we make them out of nothing basically, and the furniture, and all of that, and the actors. There's a lot of blocking in this show, so we've been working. We rehearse twice a week. This last week we rehearsed 3 times, so it's pretty intensive. Yeah, and this is a 2-act, or should I say 2 scenes?
Okay.
Which is longer than what we usually do.
As a director, how do you approach a play that has been done before and people may be familiar with? Do you try to bring any kind of new twist to it, any kind of your own signature to it at all?
Yeah, I think that every director has their own vision. For instance, I set this play in the 1950s, and it was originally written for, I think, the 70s.
Okay.
And I did that because it's more of a small town feel.
Okay.
And you choose people, as the director, you choose people who you think are going to fit that vision. And I personally do a lot of research on, for instance, on bake-offs, on the 1950s, on what they wore,
Sure.
The kind of language they use,
Right.
and it's really great fun. Yeah.
And are there real pies up there?
Yes, yes, there are.
See, Polly's Pies would have been a great one.
Yeah.
So what do you guys have coming after? You're going to be staging this one in April and both in May. But what do you guys have coming up? What's coming up down the line?
Well, we have a very interesting mix of shows coming up. We have autobiographical, documentary, musical, comedy, farce. Next month, we're presenting An Evening in the Bronx, directed by Lee McMorris, which it's a reading of funny and touching childhood memories from growing up in the Bronx. In June, we're presenting Seven, which it's directed by Sandy O'Connor, and it was written by 7 award-winning women playwrights.
Oh.
And it's based on interviews of 7 women around the world who created significant changes in human rights despite overwhelming obstacles.
Wow.
In July, we're doing Broadway musical concert, and that's directed by Elisa Kaplan-Center, who also directed Chorus Line, which was very popular. And that is going to include all-time favorite songs interspersed with snippets about the director or the musical or the actor who made the song iconic.
Okay.
So that's great fun. And then in August, we're returning to the Pack Stage with The Nerd, directed by Al Glover.
The Nerd. I've never heard of that one.
No, it's not well known, but it did have a Broadway run at the Helen Hayes Theater. And it's about an aspiring architect who he's never met this man, but it's a man who saved his life in Vietnam.
Oh.
And he shows up unexpectedly, completely upends the architect's life, because he turns out to be nothing like what you expect a hero in Vietnam to be.
Oh, wow. Well, you guys got quite the lineup. But first, folks, get out to Just Desserts. It's going to be Wednesday, April 22nd over. Doors open at 6:30. Show starts at 7 p.m.
That's right.
And then,
Clubhouse
then the
7.
matinee over the clubhouse. And then Thursday, May 7th, the show doors open at 3 p.m. and that's the matinee, and the show starts at 3:30 p.m. Tickets are members are free. Tickets are $10 for guests. make sure you get out there. Thank you so
Great.
much.
Thank you so much, Michael. Good to see you.
Absolutely. Good to see you too. Up next, folks, the California Club's going to be here with their own set of schedules and things and music and all sorts of stuff going on. Stay with us. Thank you.